And Duplessis must start again and look to form another partnership with both of them new at the crease. So I play it shortish, wide-ish, using the angle and the pace, up and over for 4.
That's such a wonderful shot, that really is. Goodness me, doesn't pitch too many up, Mitchell Johnson, so you've got to jump on them when you do get a scoring opportunity. But I've heard it described to me in those terms by a batsman who's facing 150 for the first time, and that moment of realisation goes through your head. You think, I'm actually not in control.
As they don't have an answer, and that's quite a start for Steve Smith, as A.B. de Villiers will not tolerate any average deliveries.
Well, you can't bowl this to A.B. de Villiers. He's got himself in, he's been short of runs in the Zimbabwe series. Steve Smith starts with a long hop and he puts that away.
If you're an Alistair Campbell fan, South Africa will win this game pretty comfortably.
10 runs and over is a big ask. Any form of cricket, even in T20. Required run rate.
New 6 and over, which is 10, was when he was bowling. That might have been more like it. You thought he might have been in with that one, Steve Smith. A.B. de Villiers has smashed it down the ground, not even close. The only people catching that were the ones in the corporate boxes. So they've also identified that Steve Smith is the one that's going to have to go. Was in the slot for A.B. de Villiers, straight down the ground.
He's just given himself enough room outside off stump to swing the arms through. That's a massive hit. A.B. de Villiers, who was short of runs in the ODIs and didn't play the last ODI in Bulawayo, just gave himself enough room outside off stump, and that's sailed into the South Media stand. More windows in danger here at Harare Sports Club.
That could have just been an easy single down to the sweeper on the offside, but the class of A.B. de Villiers intentionally hitting it in the air over extra cover, and 4 more to the total.
Yeah, some wayward bowling by Steve Smith. Too much width. And he just needed to pick his spot there, A.B. de Villiers, and he just lifted it over extra cover. Big outfield on that side of the ground. Man won't rein that in.
Still got a ball to go, 12 off. It might be Steve Smith's last over in this one-day international. That will only be 1. However, a very good over for South Africa. They're building pressure here on Australia.
He had to wait for that. It was dug in short, but it was more of a cutter than a bouncer. He cuts well. Plenty of work to be done. Too much, in fact. 4 more to de Villiers.
Villiers knew he'd made good contact. He shouted 2 to start off with. He timed it superbly, placed it even better, and raced away to the boundary. So strong square of the wicket. He does a little shimmy across to the offside, just in case it's too straight. He can work it on the leg side and pick up a single. But if there's width, he'll latch onto it quickly. Johnson's disappointed with that.
I don't think he's 100% yet, A.B. de Villiers. I still think he's struggling a little bit with cramp or twinge. Well, he's certainly moving a lot better than what he was before drinks, but then again, he was barely moving then.
Magical hands of Brandon Jackson. Stretch.
That's just beautifully placed. It really is an exquisite stroke from A.B. de Villiers. There's barely a gap between a short extra cover and mid-off, but he manages to find it. Not quite a half volley, but it's just all class from South Africa's number 4.
A wipe of the brow. How important would that have been? A wry smile from AB de Villiers, but it's as simple as they get really for return catches. I think they all know that he had an eternity really in the scope of things to set himself to make the catch. He couldn't believe that he's put it down a leading edge. There we go. Time, it just looped to him really, and he's grasped it straight away. The palm over the eyes, that tells the story.
Do you think that was exactly what the problem was? It came too slowly. Bit of good fortune, and there's a few of those edges going through. Vacant first slip to when South Africa, or when Australia batted as well.
It just adds insult to injury, doesn't it? Caught and bowl, the simplest of caught and bowl chances, put down the over before and then induces the outside edge, eludes the diving wicketkeeper and away to the boundary. Yeah, the South Africans served up their fair share, particularly early on, but then pulled it back pretty nicely in those middle orders and let it go a little bit slightly at the end. I think of McLaren was a bit wayward, but Steyn and Morker were very good. And when you say they were very good when they came back, they still went for 50 and 60 apiece, which is just indicative of how good this surface is, that if you're not getting it right, then you're going to disappear, as Mitchell Starc and Wayne Parnell have found out. He's struggling, isn't he? Really struggling, AB de Villiers. Not allowed to run up in this day and age, so he's got to hang in there.
You can only imagine the thoughts going through his head. I mean, not only is he thinking about the game, the tournament, whether he should try and save himself.
To hold them. But that at backward point is as easy as it gets. That's a lovely stroke. Injured or not, clears the front leg and whacks it over middle for AB de Villiers. 36 bowled, 234 for 2.
Oh, no, you haven't, AB. You haven't just done that. That's an IPL shot. Oh my word, it's a trick shot.
Hamstring and all. Down on one knee and scoops it over fine leg. 243 for 2.
He does have a record of producing his best performances against Australia, and he thrives on the back chat and the forward chat for that matter. So it might just be he might be a player that Australia just decide to ignore in the way that South Africans used to ignore Steve Waugh. Now can de Villiers follow? What a partnership this is. 197 coming together at 54 for 2.
He's taking a battering here as Mitchell Starc, and AB de Villiers, as his partner did, raises the triple figures with a majestic shot over mid-off. Another brilliant innings from AB de Villiers. Came in with the side in a precarious situation, as Neil Menthorpe mentioned. 51 for 2 it was, and he's posted another memorable 100 off just 82 deliveries. 200 partnership as well between these two. 201 of just 174 deliveries.
Can I just make the point, Alistair, that may seem a little out of kilter with the way the game is looking and feeling at the moment, but Australia can still win this.
It's not over till the last ball is bowled, till that final run is scored. And these two will be well aware of that fact. Suddenly get 2 quick wickets and 2 new batsmen at the crease, you're right. And it's not over. And it's not as though they're requiring 3-4 to the over. They still need 6 to the over. it's a different ball game. So does he continue playing in the same fashion, or does he just temper it a little bit and make sure he sees his team over the line? Wincing every time he has to run. Maybe de Villiers not comfortable at all out there. Yeah, he's labouring through every bit of running he does. Splits the gap perfectly again. Clears the front leg. Swings that willow through the line of the ball. Width off it from James Faulkner, but he also created a fair bit himself today, B. de Villiers. But the result the same, another boundary.
He had that one wobbly over, didn't he? When he was in the mid-80s. And while A.B. de Villiers looks for another 2, struggling, we'll hand over to Eddie and Plom.
Thanks, Manners. Didn't quite get all of it. We're going to go over the top. But he may yet get the 4. No, he doesn't. So well done, Mitchell Stark. Has to go for another 3. Another dive for de Villiers. They know which end to throw at. He'll be asking JP Duminy, why do we have to run for that one? Why, when I've hit it so close to the fielder? Have you forgotten that I'm cramping up? And I think there was an apology as well. Off he goes, and he's diving from a long way out. Would have been all right. That's 4 runs, all right. It's spanked. That's right out of the middle of the bat. Speechless. Pom, the way he's batted today, it's just been absolutely fantastic. Just shots like that, you just appreciate the man and his true talent.
South Africa in the first meeting between Australia and the South Africans in this triangular here in Zimbabwe. They win by 7 wickets. A couple of fabulous innings, one by the captain A.B. de Villiers and the other by Faf du Plessis, who got a maiden one-day international century.
Yeah, well-deserved win by South Africa. Great innings by their captain, that man A.B. de Villiers, who led from the front, ably supported, and a fantastic innings as well by Faf du Plessis. You can't leave him out.